Well, good morning, folks, and welcome back to Sawmill. My name's Bill. This is Pirate Solutions Forestry, and up on the mill right now we have an 8-foot sycamore log that we have to mill for Mike Trotto. It has a big butt swell on it. It should be a pretty neat log. It should be some awesome looking wood inside. I'll give you a couple of dimensions. It's the worst dimension lengthwise on the face of the planet. It's 8 foot in some spots and not in others, which means it won't fit on two bunks. Worst case scenario, do yourselves a favor. If you're going to cut customer logs and they ask you, well, how long do you want them? If you have one of these mills and your bunks are set up on 4 feet, make sure it's something 6 foot, 8'6". Tens don't really matter because they don't reach 3 bunks anyway. 12'6", 16'6", you don't want them at 8 foot, all right, because they won't fit on the bunks. In my case, I do have, because I'm 24 feet long, I do have some sections that it could span, but then I lose the ability to use the turner. I have to move clamps around. I already bent the shit out of one this morning. I tried to put it up on the mill. It rolled onto the mill and it missed one of the stops and it half rolled off the backside at an angle. And this is a heavy, heavy, heavy log. Sycamore's heavy. This is a fresh cut. So rolled off the backside. I ended up having to chain it to pick it up. I bent the crap out of one of my stops. I had to replace the brackets on it. I moved them over a little bit, which I had kind of been planning on doing anyway, but you can see right here, I bent the crap out of a couple of my brackets. Thank God I had some leftover ones, 2 sets sitting here. So I moved over, show you on the back side here. I moved over that log stop right there, that whole setup, this way towards the camera right now. One set of holes, and that made it so that I could use this one and that one and not use the hydraulic stop, because it won't reach. My 2 hydraulic stops are 8 feet apart, so it won't reach them. What we're going to do is we're going to start taking it apart. I'll give you some dimensions on it real quick. It's a girthy little Bizich. Like I said, it's really heavy. It's 29 across that way from where I trimmed it. It's about 30 high-ish. We're going to see if the log roller is going to roll it, all that stuff, because this, to be honest with you guys, when I get a log like this on here, especially when it's barely reaching the stops here or the rests, this is the kind of log that I really need the hydraulic turner for, so I don't have to strap it and turn it. So I think with my configuration the way I have it, it's going to be fine. Now on this end down here, so I just don't forget to tell you, I am 28 across and it's like 26 high. I tried to put this on with my small end down here, and then it rolled off, and then I chained it and I picked it up and I went around and it was backwards. And I said, you know what? It's got a big root flare on it. I'm just going to deal with it the way that it is. So I'm not going to level this log. It's pretty close the way it is because I have the main part of the butt swell there off. So it is pretty level just the way it is right now. So I think I'd like to give you a view from this side with the sawdust shooting out. Maybe we'll do that later. It is a freezing, frigid, cold morning. I just actually put Danny in the house because he kept coming over to me, and if he's not hunting and he's coming over to me, he's too cold to be out here. So I'm going to give you a view from back here first so you can kind of see me working on the hydraulics, since that's really the kind of stuff that we want to test out here. The goal on this, when I measured out and took into consideration all the swoops and inclusions and everything on this, that we were going to get about a 16-inch cant out of it. And so the customer wants 5/4-inch boards, 8 inches wide-ish, if that's what we get. So our goal is to get to 16 1/8, really, cant-wise. At first, our goal is just going to be to try to get this thing knocked into a square. That's going to be the big battle. It's, like I said, it's heavy. I had it out on the tip of my forks and carrying it down the hill because I knew I was going to have to put it on the mill. And it was making me light, which leads me to believe this around a 4,000-pound log. So it's not going to be a simple thing to deal with. We're going to go at it here. I've kind of already warmed everything up, and I've got a brand new Silvertip Turbo 7 on the sawmill. I'm trying to go through those, so we're gonna try that out and see how it cuts. And if everything goes good, no metal. If everything goes well, we'll blast this thing into a cant and we'll rock out some 5/4 boards. I've already got my magnetic scale set on 5/4 scale, and we'll take it from here. So appreciate the watch as always, and let's go at it here. And if I mess up, you guys will be able to see it. So I'm just going to kind of rock myself up into that 25 range here. See where that gets us. So I am going to be tight on clearance. It's going to be real tight on clearance. Going to have to make sure this is all the way in, and we'll try it. It's I'm going to run the saw down there. I'm going to get it up a little bit since I can get over the top of it a little here. Just take a look if I'm going to clear or not, because it doesn't look like it right now. It's not as bad as I thought. I think I can get a cut out of it. And if I get jammed up, I've got the saw out and I can just trim it real quick. But it looks like I can get a top off it. So I'm going to take a skinny top off it just to try to make sure I clear. And let's see how it goes. I would say that went okay. Wow, it's beautiful. I will take time to show you guys the wood on this. It's phenomenal. He was wondering what it was. He had a friend tell him he thought it was honey locust. I told him it looked a little elmy, but it smells like sycamore to me. I think since I got such a good opening face, we're going to get this back out of the way. I'm going to scrape this real quick. I'll show you guys the wood. It's really beautiful. And I am just barely clearing there. But now I should be good. If I can do this on 90-degree turns, it'll be great. Let me bring you guys over. I'll pause you guys 1 second while I grab my scraper and we take a look at the wood. It's beautiful. And we're not even really down into the great stuff yet, but give you a little look at the top there. Really, really pretty. It still looks a lot like elm, but it smells like sycamore, so I think it's a sycamore. They're really, really similar in color. Really beautiful grains. So let's see if we can get this thing turned. This is about to become an adventure. I'll give you a view back here. I should have just paused you while I walked you back. It would have been better. If anything bad happens, like I said, you'll get to see it. So let's see if the turner's going to turn it and how this is going to go. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my log turner up a little bit, and I'm going to get my clamp out of the way here. Let's see. Let me go out, and let's see if it's just going to start turning on its own. Of course, I always push that the wrong way. And it's not. I'm gonna just give me 1 second. I'm gonna just put my near log rest all the way up. It's not all the way up. So this is gonna need some help. I'm gonna have to try and do it with the log clamp here a little bit to get it going. Let's see if I can push it up and start to get it rolling. Now let's see if we get the turner up a little more and see if we can always go the wrong way. Oh, there we go. Alright, gonna get my log in to go out. Clamp out of the way a little bit. I gotta get it down a little bit so I'm not running into it. Let's keep turning. Okay, I'm gonna go up on my clamp again and see if I can rock it over a little more. I'm gonna have to get underneath it more. I'm gonna have to get underneath it a little more. Just get this thing turning a little bit. Come up a little more, see if I can fit. Oh, no, I want that. Looks like we might have got it. Let's just bring the clamp in just to hold it in place. See how we're looking on the out to go in. Just gonna hold it there for a second. I just want to see how square I am. Needs to go just a little more. The indigo out. Might turn her up just a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Oh, we double check that. That looks better. Looks perfect on the clamp. I mean, on the stops right now. It's a little over rotated. Damn it. This is what I didn't want. Oh. Shoot. Shoot. Let me go down. Let me get my clamp down. See if I can push the bottom in. I'm going to go underneath it somewhere. I'm going to try and push the bottom in, see if I can get it to rotate under a little. I'm gonna just try to see if I can unrotate it a little bit with the PV, or I'm gonna have to go all the way over with it, and I don't want to have to do that. Find a place to see if I can. Damn it. Stuck with a big log like this because your log rests only come up so high. So I think kind of what makes the most sense is to try to go all the way over with it and then deal with any clearance issues. Let me just see if I can get my turner down. Get my clamp in a position that I can't roll it off the mill. So let me go out, let me go up a little, just so it won't roll off the mill, and see if I can under rotate it now. I need to get it to turn like this, which is the worst case scenario. All right. Oop, no, see, the problem is it wants to rest right there. Well, I don't see really any other way of doing it other than going all the way over with it now. So we'll just see if we can get it all the way over. If I could hold the top back and push in with the bottom, maybe I could get something underneath it on the other side. If I could get like a little just piece of bark or something stuffed under it so it doesn't roll back, then I could just push it over with the clamp. Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm really close right now. I think if I can shove it over with the clamp right now, I can deal with it. It looks really square right now. I think I'm good. All right. That was still better than having to deal with it by hand. It's really good right now. See, and the thing is that I don't have any, because of doing it this way, I don't have any clearance issues. So let's take the top off it, and then we'll be in business. Looks nice and square. All right, let's see what we got. Let's try it. Get as much weight off it as we can right now. All right, let's try a skim cut right there. All right, aside from just a little bit of PB work there, so far so good. Oh man, it's beautiful wood. Oh, God, these heavy. Okay. Since I have so much clearance, I think I'm just going to take a 5/4 flitch off it right now. So I am at 22. And I come down to 21 3/4 plus a smidge and take a flitch. Actually, I'm sorry, 20 3/4 right there. So I'm going to pause you guys 1 second and remove the camera. Actually, you're probably going to want to see me try to turn it. So I'm going to pause you guys 1 second. I'll get that flitch off and we'll scrape it off. We'll look at the wood and then we'll go to turning. All right, let's take a look at the wood. There's some weird blue stain in it right there. Looks like it came up through whatever this was. It's kind of beautiful. Really great grain. Pretty log. Now we're into this kind of cant here. And let's see if we can get this thing turned. Let's see if we can get this thing turned without destroying the mill. Okay, so first thing we do is get our clamp on the wing, our indigo out, get our turner up, start turning. Come on, baby. There we go, it's turning. Up a little more. I don't like that at all. I'm going to get the turner down just a little bit. It was almost doing it, but I don't want to bend anything. Alright, so let me see if I can get through the rest with the clamp. I'm going to go in, out to go in, come up on it. Come on, baby. Let me just go up a little and grab it and then see if I can turn it some more. Come on, just a teeny little bit more. I think I gotta get my log turner down just a little. Yep. And turn a little more. Almost, I got to move my clamp out just a little bit and go out. I think I got it. Yep. Okay, get my log turner down. Get my clamp. Get my log turner all the way out of the way. Get my clamp. Good right where it is. Go in. Grab a hold of it. And we should be good to go. I gotta check and make sure I'm all on my bunks. Okay. Let me see how square my cant is right now, if I can find a place to do it. Yes. So it kind of looks like it is out just a little bit. That's not, I think we'll have to fix that after. Let's see if I can push it over a little more. And we are down on the bunks, so we're going to cut a parallel face now. That, I think that's a little out. It's hard to tell with this weird cut here, but I think it's a little out. Let's give you guys a view over here so you can watch sawdust shooting out. Now, if you look at, I'm square on that stop. The other one down there, I haven't squared it up yet. That's the one that I bent to shit, and I haven't squared that one yet. I'm going to have to do that. So let's get you guys a view here. Let's take the top off it. We start thinking about our 16 1/8. If I can stay outside that, that would be great. It looks like I have room to the edge of the sapwood, which is good. So I want to get something. 17 is going to get me right here to the edge of the bark. I'll see what that looks like. I might go to 18 1/4. Well, I need 16 1/8, 17 3/8, 17 1/2. So let's see if we could take it at 17 1/2, and then I can get a 5/4 flitch off it and still end up at 16 1/8. If 17 1/2 looks too low, then I will come up another 1.25 inches. And it does look too low, so we're going to go up to 18 1/2, 18 3/4, 18 7/8. And that still looks borderline. I almost think I can still steal a board. So let's go to, let's see, there's 19 7/8 is 1 inch. There's 1/4 and 1/8 is 20 1/4. Let's try right there. We're going to get as much weight off this thing as we can. I hate these short logs, even for just doing this. A little bit of ant damage down here, but not much. I'm going to just, all right, so I'm at 20 1/4. So I got to drop to 18 7/8 to take a flitch. I'm gonna save the rest of that for the other side. I'm a little wider on, I think, on this face down here than I am on the bottom. So it looks like I need to maybe take a flitch off the bottom, so we're not gonna waste it. Oops. Get this thing up on the sawhorses. And we'll turn her again. What we want to do on this next turn is see if we can get it shimmed square. What I can do is I can use my hydraulic clamp to square it, I think. and then just clamp it manually. So we're gonna see if we can do that. We'll see if we can get it square and get the oh, do I want to take one more? I might want to take one more flitch out of this. I think I do. How wide's this face? If it's not 16, it's not. We're gonna take one more flitch out of this. So I think it's 17 and a half, I believe. I'll double check that. That should be a 5/4 board. Just gonna check the thickness on that. Yep, perfect, 5/4 board. Take it off right there. Fan's cutting beautiful. They're cutting, it is cutting beautifully flat. Get this flitch off. This is going to be a heavy one. I'm going to make a mark on the far end of, wow, this is heavy. I'm going to make a mark on the far end of my log to tell me that these two faces are parallel, just so I don't forget. So I know that this face and this face are good. We have to check. We have to try to get this face square to this face, and then we can roll it over and fix the problem on the other side. At least I think there's a problem on the other side. I'm not even sure yet. There's crap on the log, so it's hard to check it. Oh, it's showing almost perfect here. It's showing almost perfect. I don't think there's a problem here. I think it was just the way that I was checking it down there. I think it's fine. So now we try to turn the thing again. I will you can watch from over there so you can see what's going on, the things that I'm fighting. And I'll tell you what I'm doing. So I think what I want to do first is I want to go out with my clamp. I'm going to go down with my clamp. I'm going to go in underneath it. I'm going to pick it up a little bit. See if I can pull it out. Indigo out. Okay. Now I want to go down. Now I want to come all the way out, indigo out, so I can see my clamp. I come up on my turner a little bit. I'm going to start turning it. Go in with my clamp and see if I can push it a little. Let's try to turn a little more and see if it's just going to wants to walk up. Go in with my clamp, out to go in, sweep up. And it's just, oh, you want to turn right now. Let's see if I can get my log, turn it up a little. Oh, there we go. See if I can get it turning. Oh, it's turning. It's trying. I'm up on my clamp a little, see if I can push it over a little bit. Come on. Okay, roll it a little more. I think I got it now. Down on my clamp. In we go out, down, and in. Clamp it up. And I just want to double check this edge one more time. It's showing, it's showing perfect. It's showing perfect both directions. I think I'm all good. And it is showing good on that stop. The stop seems like it slipped down at some point. That's probably why I had so much trouble. This stop slipped down. I don't know how that happened. Probably when the log slammed down, it fell, and that's why. It's probably would have turned easier if that was all the way up. I couldn't see it. So let's take the top off it. Let's see where we are. Make a couple of marks maybe. So there's 16 1/8 there. That's where I want to end up. The next one I think is 17 1/2, if I remember right. That looks like a good cut. We'll just go ahead and close up my mouth just a little bit. Take a cut right here. Believe it or not, as thick as that looked, there was no board in that. It's got really thin. It's really thin right here. My log loader is on its way here. So that'll be good when we get that. Now we should be able to come down to 16 1/8. Take a flitch. Now the thinking starts. So 16 1/8 is not on 5/4 scale. What I have to do with this right now is I need to cut it in half and then flip it up like this, and I can just mow it out on 5/4 scale. Whether or not I'm going to be able to flip those two cants with this system, I'm not sure. And the other side of this is, if I have right now, because of where this is positioned, I don't have the depth to go down 8. I need to get it over this way more to go down 8. So what we're going to want to do is we are going to want to move this over with the clamp as much as I can. I'll have to push it down there with the PV and then move my stops over 1 inch, and that should give me the full depth that I need here, which is somewhere around, it's just around 9. And then we can cut it in half and then flip it up. I got one little piece of wane right here that's going to get cut off on our scale cut when we cut it to get on scale, and then we can just mow through it. So let's go ahead, fire up the hydraulics here. We'll move one end over first. Okay, I'll go in to go out, and go down on my clamp, go in. I'm going to go up, and I'm going to pull it out now. Out to go, in to go out. I only have to get it over 1 inch. Now I'm going to go down. Now I'm going to go in to go out so I can see it. And then let's see if we can get this stuffed in the ground and push this end over. It's, like I said, it's only got to go over 1 inch. Oh, Jesus, moves easy. I want to get my stop set over 6 3/4. Right now they're 5 3/4. I got to cut this in half at 6, so I want to come down and get this down to 4. I'll probably have to put that back up afterwards to turn it and get this one over to 6 3/4. Oh, this one's loose. What 6 3/4 does for me is it gets me clear of that angle on the saw head. That way I can drop full depth. Let's get it shoved back over with the clamp. In to go out, up, out to go in. Great. Now we should be able to cut this thing in half at 8 inches. And that will give us an 8 and an 8. And then we'll flip it up and we can just mill through it. If we can flip it up without having to take anything off. So let's fire up. You go right to 8. I'm at 16 and 1/8 height now. The 8th gives me the kerf. I want this to cut right at 8 inches off the deck. And right now I look clear. So that's good. I gotta open my throat a hair. I got one little bolt that sticks down that might hit. There we go. Now what I think I'm going to want to do here is I want to get my clamp all the way over, push this thing off the stops, put the stops all the way up, and then I have to try to turn it so that this inside one doesn't go over the top. So let's do that. Or I'm going to have to take it off with the machine and do them one at a time. Let's see if we can do it. All right, so let me go out. I'm going to put my clamp up. No, leave it right there. So I can't push past it. I'm going to shove this all the way over. Shove it with PV, I guess. I could have sucked it over like I did before. I forgot. Now we're going to want to get these all the way up. I'm going to put this one all the way up too to try to catch, give myself the best chance to catch it. What we want is when it turns, we don't want this to go over the top. So I'm actually going to go under it with the clamp a little bit. I'm going to pull it over just a hair while I try to get it to start rotating with the turner. Let's see if we can do it. I still got more room I can go out. Let's go, let's get my outside clamp all the way up. Alright, that gives us a little help. Let's go down with the clamp. Go in with the clamp. We're going to start, we're going to in more, we're going to pull it out a little bit. Go up. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to get up on my log turner a little. Start turning it. Oh, that's good. It's pulling it out. That's perfect. Now if I go up with my clamp, I think I can get it going. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, I'm so close to getting it too. This end will just kick it. Oh, it's kicking the wrong end. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh. Alright, let me see if I can just shove this off this right here with the PV. If I get this inside that, I'm gold. Oh, so close. Let me see. I don't want to lose it right now because I kind of have it. Maybe I can pull up on that side. Try and turn up on that other side. If I get this side turned a little bit, it might just fall right in the hole. Oh, stepping on something. Oh, there we go. I think I got it now. I got to get over on my clamp a little bit. In to go out. It's gonna fall like hell here, but nice. Sweet. All right, we get it clamped up. I'm gonna leave my clamps up a little bit. I'll leave them at 4 so I can cut full depth, get this one out of the way. And I want to get my clamp down, start pushing, out to go in. Okay, just take the pressure off it, yep, okay, good. Now let me see what kind of time we got on this video. If we're getting close to an hour, I'll shoot a part 2 to mill the rest of it out. Yep, we're getting at 57 minutes. So I'm going to shoot a part 2. I'll get the camera warmed up, get it charged, go in, probably eat lunch with Danny. And when I come back out, I'll shoot a part 2, milling these into 5/4 boards. We should be able to go 8 inches deep because we've already done that. And then I'll have to take that stack off. When I come back out before I start shooting again, I'll get rid of my slab wood so I have the machine sitting here so I can offload on the forks. It's good to know that I can deal with it. As I get better at it and I learn what to do and what not to do, I'm going to get better and better at it. But it's good to know that even with a short log like this that doesn't span 8 foot of bunks and put that turner and the clamp right dead in the middle of the log with a big ass heavy log like this, I can still do it because that saves, even though I had to do a little PV work, that saves a ton of time. I mean, it just saves me a ton of work and a ton of time because I would have had to strap turn this thing by myself with the machine, and that would have been a struggle. Right now, we're looking gold right now. It's beautiful wood. They're going to be gorgeous. So I appreciate the watch. I will bring you back to see the boards, and when we get way down in the cant, say below 8 inches, we'll edge off what we have. So we give them all 8s. And he actually called me last night, asked me if it was done. I said, I haven't even started yet. So hopefully we get this one done. And then we got a stupid little short one that's going to be a pain in the ass. I got to find a place to put it on the mill where I can use 2 clamps. I'm not really sure where we're going to do it yet. I think it's going to be down there near the saw head so I can use that clamp, the manual clamp and the other clamp, and I'm going to have to turn that one by hand. It's pretty fat, but it's real short, so I shouldn't have a problem rolling it. For now, appreciate the watch. Power Solutions out.